effect of online shopping is massive on what's happening in the Australian fashion industry and industries all over the world. And it just means that you have to recalibrate what your business is like. You have to look at what women today want from fashion, what you're offering them. Is it relevant? Is it competitive? The good thing about being a higher end Australian designer brand is that it's something that girls don't buy online. They want to come and get that point of difference. They want something that that has got a more fashionable edge. What it has done is that we've got to be more competitive on price, because at the end of the day, if I'm selling a dress for $600 and they can buy something online for $175, I need to give them a really good reason to spend $600 with me rather than $175. I know that Melbournians love black season in, season out, but if it's been a really black season, generally there'll be a reaction to it the next following season by colour, or it'll be softer, or it'll be sheer, or and it just, fashion will keep evolving in that way. We will keep reinventing. I don't think that there's anything absolutely brand new anymore. Like, anything that anyone does is it has a reference, whether it's like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 100 years ago, there's a reference. So designers, I think, earn their money by reinventing things beautifully and making them current and relevant. I think I've got two straight male friends. I've just grown up in that industry, I don't, and never have actually. Neither of my parents ever judged anybody on the colour of their skin or their sexual preference. People are people.
Absolutely.
My friends that are gay have the most fantastic sense of humour ever in the world, and I've got a really homo sense of humour as well. And I love working with women. I've got the majority of my team is female, and they range from the ages of 22 to 68, and I adore them. They're funny. A lot of the older machinists are kind of like old gay men. The more work you give me, the better I am. I can focus on lots of different things. I set aside time for, when I'm working on Top Model, I'm focused on Top Model. The minute I leave and I go back to work, I'm focusing on my range. What it's done for me is it's given my brand a younger market. I've got a younger fan base, and this coming season, or the season that we just showed in Paris, it's a completely different Alex Perry, and we'll launch that here in Australia in about a month. And that's a reaction to something that happened because of what I do on television. So no, I think that what happens on TV actually gives me a different perspective on what girls are out there, what the customer is, and it's in fact changed the nature of my business. I don't work any less hard on anything that I do just because I've got more to do than most. I love my Greek heritage. I love everything about that culture. I love the women that are there. I love historically what's happened. I love the scenery, I love the music, I love the food. I love it. And it's funny because when I was growing up in a very Anglo suburb in Australia, the last thing I wanted to be was Greek. I just wanted my surname to be Smith, or I hated it. And then as soon as I left school, and when I was about 20, all of a sudden I went to Greece for the first time, and I just thought, I'm so proud of this. And it influences me all the time. 2013 is shaping up to be an incredible year. I've just sold in Paris for the first time, and I've now 22 new stockists, 22 new countries that Alex Perry is stocked in. It's the new line of Alex Perry. It's like much broader. It's a much broader demographic. So we'll launch that in about a month's time. I've got a couple of other things on them. I have a brand new collection for Specsavers, which will hit the stores in about 5 months, which is really, really fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. And there's some secret squirrel projects that I can't tell you about. And Top Model, we're shooting Top Model with the gorgeous Jennifer Hawkins. It's going to be a full year. First mentoring that I did was through Electrolux. I was a brand ambassador for them, and we just thought it'd be great to have a design program that the winner of that would get to be an apprentice for 6 months in with me and see what it was like to work, at a fashion label. And we got an amazing response from it. From that, I got the most amazing apprentice, who is now my junior design assistant, and she is like an invaluable part of the Alex Perry team. She's, seamlessly fitted into what we do. Like the whole team loves her. She's the youngest one, so she's kind of like the little, like everyone's little sister or daughter, or but an incredible talent. And so I just figured that anything I can do to sort of open up people's awareness about that. It's like, it's one in a million, I've got to tell you. Like when my publicist had interns coming in, I'd say out of 100, 98 I wouldn't mind pushing like over the bridge. Like, just no work ethic, no real interest in it. So when you find one that's great, it is like you've struck gold. I always get Mary's opinion. It's usually different to mine, but she tempers me a little bit. Like, I'll make ridiculous things that are just ridiculously uncomfortable, that and she tries to, mind you, I've made her wear ridiculous things that are ridiculously uncomfortable. No, I love her perspective on it though. But Mary is like just an innately glamorous girl. When I first met her, I remember thinking, wow. And then the first time I saw her in a pair of jeans and a ponytail, and I thought, well, you still look really glamorous. I don't know, like no makeup, no, some people are just like that, and she's like that. So she inspires me on a daily basis. I've loved it. I've loved tonight. I think it's an amazing event.